start looking at climate change. Forests are part of that solution. Mass timber is a huge opportunity that is not only going to help forest landowners by giving us stronger markets for their wood, but it's also going to help sequester that carbon and store it longer term.
The great news about forestry is that forests provide so many benefits. Our growing population depend on the benefits that forests provide.
Private forests contribute to, first of all, habitat for wildlife. We're talking clean air, we're talking clean water. That's why private forests are very, very important to the state of Texas and others in the southern region.
Private lands in Georgia are essential, and private lands are really the foundation of one of Georgia's largest industries, and that's its forest products industry.
Some of the biggest threats we see in Kentucky are in terms of forest health. There are some threats, though, that we can mitigate and slow down. And so our goal is to help empower the citizens of our state with the information they need to make those forest management decisions.
So one of the greatest threats to private forest in Mississippi is probably the threat of conversion, which is directly tied to access to markets. When you're a private forest landowner, the ability to receive a return on investment is very important. Healthy markets create healthy forests, and healthy forests create healthy lives.
If the landowner doesn't have an opportunity to sell their timber, they don't have as much of a reason to manage it. And an unmanaged forest is not always as healthy as it needs to be.
Sure, I think landowners can build a legacy for their family, and also it's an investment, an asset.
As we see forests being passed down from generation to generation, the tracts of forests become smaller and smaller, and it's harder for us to find the consultants or the logging contractors or other resource professionals to take on those smaller tracts of land.
The greatest challenge to privately owned forest lands in Tennessee is to encourage our forest landowners to actively manage their forests. Actively managed forests provide the broadest scope of forest benefits, not only for those landowners to develop the benefits that they cherish, but for all Tennessee citizens.
The majority of timberland in the state of Florida is owned by private timberland owners, so they are absolutely the driving force of the timber industry in the state of Florida.
The industry that we have is so far-reaching and has such an impact on Oklahoma and the surrounding region. One of the greatest threats is land conversion and the land use conversion.
The South in particular, and Arkansas is a great example. We thrive on collaboration.
My name's Scott Phillips.
Al Davis. I'm Mark Goler.
Wade Dubay.
Tim Lowrimore.
Brandon Howard.
I am David Arnold.
I'm Russell Bozeman.
Scott Bissette.
I'm Joe Fox.
Darren Alberry.
I'm Rob Farrell.
Rick Oates.
And we are
Keeping forest as forest.